Ooh, that's pretty awesome, eh? Been a while since I've been on the computer, so welcome to the Boneyard Saturday morning, afternoon now.
Right.
Welcome back, our awesome buddies here. Well, no introduction needed, but introduce yourself, brother, and we'll get on with the show.
Yeah, I'm Mick Michaels from Corners of Sanctuary. Thanks so much for having me back on.
Oh, of course, it's that time of year, man, and you guys just did another big release. I love it.
Yeah. Our annual Christmas release. This year it's Christmas Together, a Merry Metal Christmas 9. This is actually our 10th year of releasing holiday music, so we're kind of excited about it.
No, it's awesome, man. When you sent it over, I was like, yeah. And not much makes me smile around this time of year, but your album every year since I found it, it's like, yeah, man, this is Christmas right here.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, brother. So what else you guys been up to? What's all new down there, man?
We've done a lot of studio work this year, especially the last 6 months. We just finished up our last show right before Thanksgiving, so it's not that we're off, but we're with no more shows until next year. And like I said, we're in the studio. We're finishing up a new EP that's going to come out first quarter next year, and we're still working on our full length album that we're looking to maybe release at the end of the year. So we got, and we're already booking shows for the new year. We got a performance with Enough's Enough in February. We're going back to the UK in April, and we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 performances with the Sonar Fest 2023 this summer. So we're going to be in 5 cities with that tour. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Oh, that's awesome, brother. Like that's great news. So where all is that tour you're doing the 5 cities? What are all the cities you going to?
I know we're going to be down in Delaware, Newark. We're in Maryland, not exactly sure where. Ohio, right outside of Pittsburgh, and there's another one I can't think of where it's at. Oh, no, yeah, I don't know, I can't remember.
Ohio, man, that's close to us here. Probably maybe slip right across the border there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But we would like to get to Canada at some point. I don't know if it's going to be this coming year, but we've been, trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we got some bigger announcements to make here once the new year rolls in and we have our meetings, but I might be able to legit make that happen a fair bit in Toronto area now for you. If all goes well, right? So
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're pushing hard now for that, to get the scene, to get the stages for us to book these shows and all that now. So we're working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, keep us posted.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've also teaming up with another guy. Can't release too much, but they're out of over by Niagara Falls and stuff. But he's just released or just launched his new studio and strictly signing like just independent artists and stuff to make them so they're still independent, but they're signed in that sense. I'll let him explain when he all comes on. But I've worked over the years, about 3 years with him behind the stages, behind the scenes and stuff, and I can't wait to start promoting this for him and being a part of it myself. So,
yeah, sounds exciting. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, we're getting there, right? You all ready for the holidays, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I love this time of the year. I got my trees up. I got the house decorated. Going to, already doing my Christmas cards this weekend. Going to start baking soon. Man, I watching movies like crazy. Being that we're not doing any shows, I got a little bit more time, so I'm kind of excited about it. I love this time of the year.
Well, I just finished making bread. I got the oven off, so the bread's just toasting up with the butter and everything on top now, and the oven cools off.
Nice.
The first time this year. I'm actually excited about this year. It's going to be awesome. We got some friends flying in from around all over and stuff, right? So it's going to become a collage of fucking people from everywhere this year. So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
You guys getting any of this? Well, I guess you really don't get too much snow down where you are, do you?
Oh yeah, well, at times Philly can get hit hard with snow. We we had a lighter year last year, so that means we may get a heavier. Usually, if we have a light year, the next year is usually bad. So I'm not a fan of snow. That you can keep it. I liked it when I was a kid, but I don't like shoveling it. I don't like driving in it. I don't like it at all. So
Well, fucking
you can keep
driving.
it up your way. You guys love it. You can keep it up
Oh,
your way.
that's why I go south every year. But anything like crazy coming up on the holidays that you guys are up to, or because I got a few crazy things I'm doing.
Nah, nothing. Just I'm getting too old for crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like it plain and simple, easy. I'm telling you, most of the, in between doing our personal stuff, most of the time we're going to be doing some studio work. We're back in the studio tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, and then we were a space. I guess the biggest thing that the band's going to do outside of recording or anything, we're going to have our little Corners of Sanctuary holiday get together. We'll have a big dinner and do our presents and stuff like that. The band and some of the staff get together, and it's usually a good time, But that's really, like I said, I'm getting too old for crazy. Simple as
I hear you. I got
a nice cow, something to drink is good.
Yeah, the old company I worked for before I started with these guys here now. I just got invited to the Christmas party there, and it's open bar. It's like every year,
Wow.
it's crazy, insane. I don't even know if I want to go. I haven't been home in a long time. I'm fucking finally home. It'd be nice to just chill here for the night or something, right?
Right.
Make a blanket fort, watch some Netflix. But so for the new year, you guys are in the studio tomorrow. Like, is going to be a new album coming or a couple of new EPs coming out?
Yeah, well, we have a new EP called "This Is Metal" that's coming out. We don't have an actual date yet, but I would assume that it's coming out somewhere in February. It's going to be in the first quarter. I know in January we're going to be releasing singles from that. We actually decided to add a couple extra songs to it, a couple bonus tracks. So we'll have something released in January, as a single to promote it, and then we'll get it out. The EP, we'll get it out in February because it'll be part of our promotion for our UK tour in April. All the while, all year we've been working on our album, Vengeance of the Fallen, which kind of been in the works the last couple of years. But because we've been playing, and then COVID kind of separated some stuff and some personnel changes in and out, so we got back to that, and we're in the process of recording the vocals for that, and we're going to look at if we can get it out by the end of the year. It should be wrapped up in terms of recording before we go to the UK. So then it'll go to mixing and mastering once we're gone. Maybe we'll have it out by the end of the year. If not, maybe early 2024. So we're kind of either way. We got material coming out. We got some other side projects that we're a couple one-offs and things like that we're working on, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, that's sick. And then a couple dates next year, maybe the festival. Fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think as the because we're going to be going into our 12th year as this band, and I think what we're doing is we're trying to do less but more. So in a sense, like I think we're going to probably start beefing up our recording again, and maybe do less shows, but we'll do bigger shows, and maybe and get on the road a little bit more. I mean, the world's still kind of trying to go back to normal. Everybody's still trying to feel their place. Unfortunately, a lot of venues have closed or are closing. They just were able to kind of get back to the swing. It's a shame because then it's limiting where original bands can go and play. So it is getting a little harder. So instead of fighting it, creating an extra resistance, we'll just kind of space things out a little bit more and take advantage of the other downtime, and we'll record more, release more, and go from there. And keeps us busy, keeps us in the game, but it then gives the industry, the venues and all that stuff a chance to kind of catch up.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know all the bands, everybody's ready to get out there now, but the places to go are not ready at all.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and every area is different. You know, like in Europe, they still have restrictions and limitations. Um,
Mhm.
Down here, you know, things have opened up, but you know, it's still people aren't coming out to shows, man. There's still that fear. There's still that worry. And then you know, you get used to it of staying home, and
Yeah,
you know, why go out? Why bother going out? So much hassle and stuff. So it's going to be a long time coming till this is at least my feeling and what I've seen. It's going to be a long time coming till things kind of really go back to. Well, I mean, we say that till they go back to pre-COVID, but honestly, if we were all being upfront, I mean, the industry was suffering prior to COVID.
yeah,
COVID really kind of helped kind of bulldozer what was hanging on. So there's going to be a reshuffle, I think, over time. It's going to be a 5-year, maybe even 10-year. It's like a football team, man. We're just,
right. Like,
it takes time.
hmm no, I hear you though. It's like rebuilding an industry that was already basically fucking dead in that sense.
Trouble, yeah.
So,
Yep, you're right, man. You're right.
despite having the millions and billions of dollars like Ticketmaster and LimeWire to monopolize on it, now
Right.
it's our time. Us little guys to shine. Get our stage. Let us put stages together and stuff, right?
Right, right.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. In a sense, if it's kind of like back, it's been in a way, it's been given back to the independent indie in the trench type of artist, right? Like most bands are. The thing is if we can come together on this, we could probably rebuild a much better industry for that independent artist because it's even though there's much more in our hands these days in terms of we can record, we can book, we can manage ourselves, we can keep a lot of our own rights without giving things away.
Yeah.
there there's still little opportunity for those independent and indie bands to make headway because there's still those gatekeepers, right? So this may be a reshuffling that in time in the next 5 to 10 years or for the next generation of independent artists, you may see things done completely differently where we're maybe it's benefiting us more.
Yeah, a little more. Well, yeah, people don't realize that. Even when, say you do get big signed or whatever, you got to pay this guy, you got to pay that guy, and then this guy takes a piece, and then you pay to play on the radio and shit and stuff.
Right.
Now it's like
Yeah,
it's,
that pie gets divvied up real quick, and there's very little left for you, and there's never any seconds.
you get like 10% on the mill. You make $1,000.
Yeah, yeah. It's listen, it's tough, man. That's why you got to come up with like what as artists, what we have really control of as especially independents is the music we write, how we want to write it, when we want to record it. We have that in our hands. We just got to take advantage of it and do it well. Because right now, what is it? It's 100,000 new uploads daily. That's a million every 10 days, and 80% of it is from artists or people who don't even want to be artists. They're just
right?
doing it to do it, and
They sign this contract, and I got to pump out 3 albums in three
yeah,
years.
and it's making it's kind of creating this dome over the awareness of all these other bands, right? And it's getting harder to make an audience, one, aware of you, and two, appreciate what you're doing, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just you just got to do what you got to do, and if there isn't a place to play, then you got to come up with another way, right? And if you can't get out there, do what you can do. And like I said, we're going to probably do a reshuffling ourselves, and maybe we'll play less and we'll record and release more. Why not?
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. It's almost like back in the day where you had to go to the parking lot after shows and hand out your tape.
Right? Yeah. That's what it's. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man.
Here, look at me, listen to me now.
Yeah, here you go, here you go, here you go.
Yeah, I remember the band Cold. I remember that day like it was yesterday. We met them in a parking lot after they did their show, handing out tapes.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was now, I guess, right? But like,
I know. It's crazy. I think what's happening is if you kind of look at it, things are kind of like going back. They're going to be forced to go back to what they were, and everybody's going to have to be hands on, like
Yeah.
hands on, actually in the trench and do something. Because I think the way to like this social media is just it's a blessing, but it's a nightmare.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I because there's so much noise out there, right? I think that the way to counteract that to get the leg up is bands got to get back out there on the road, play where they can. And I know earlier I said there's a limitation to that, but you got to work around the best that you can. Maybe we don't be so picky, right? Because you got to bring the music to the people, get that personal touch back again, and start grassroots, man. And social media to me is not grassroots. It's
No.
all yes.
No, it's true though. Like, there's so much distortion and white noise out there. Like, it's hard to come across shit you actually want to, because that algorithm now, like you mentioned, fucking headphones. Next thing you know, in your Google search, it's fucking showing you videos and commercials on headphones. I'm like,
exactly. Yeah, we're being force fed music that we don't want to hear. We have no interest in artists that shouldn't even be artists. And I don't want to sound like I'm an old head complaining, but that's what's happening. Like that. So as a people, we're getting that herd mentality, and we're just kind of okay. Let me check it out. Let me check this out. And you may not like it, but you figure, well, everybody else is liking it. I should do, instead of finding, groups like back in the old days, you went to this record store and you just kind of discovered an album. You're like, hey, let me try this out,
Yeah, it's crazy how even now. I noticed Spotify just gave me my yearly review of music listening and shit, which was cool to see and stuff, right? But yeah, like even it tries to suggest stuff to me. It's like, no, I don't listen to that. Why would that even come across my music list? And
right.
It's because it's when you look at the yearly top hits, it's that shit they were trying to pump me. That I don't know. I can hear the fakeness in that music. Like you can tell someone else wrote the song. That person didn't even write it. They were told how to sing it. They were throwing this is what you do, It wasn't like yourself or any other bands we have on here. It comes natural. You feel it in the song.
Right.
That's where you get that emotional connection to the band, and you become the fan. You buy the T-shirts and buy the CDs. Pay the $10 door cover to see, or $50, whatever it is, right?
Yeah. No, I know it's. Like I said, we all have to kind of assess, like the pandemic, at least for us on our end, like it gave us the opportunity to kind of really reflect what it is that we're doing, why we want to do it, how we want to approach it, and then continue it on. And the idea, like long term, or as long as you can make that term, is kind of like a level of priority now, because pandemic kind of demonstrated to us that in an instant everything can stop, and we may not have any control over it. So we've decided that whatever we can control on our end, that's what we're going to continue to push. Our strengths, right? And if things that aren't so strong, well, we continue to work on them, but we're not going to focus on them, and we're going to just get better at what we do, and we try to be honest with it. But it's keeping this going for as long as you can. And sometimes you got to think a little differently, change your perspective, be a little more flexible, be open to the change, because man, this industry's changing so fast now, faster than it's been. It's like every week it's something new you're learning. I don't know. We're all not Taylor Swift, but we don't have that juggernaut behind us.
No, exactly. It's just our voice, basically, and then anyone else that's listening who wants to bring up their voice and help, so.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Be loud enough. Don't knock the camera over now, guys. Fucking cat. But yeah, the industry is definitely changing, man, and like you said, for some parts the better. We're now getting way more control over what we're doing. The internet has helped definitely independent artists be able to to make their own shit even at home without having to go to these studios and beg for radio play and
Right, right,
please sign me, right?
right. Oh yeah. No, there's been a lot of positives. Absolutely, man. It's there the pitfall of it is as a band, like you have all these outlets and you start going, well, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like you're thinning yourself out. So I think it's really important at times you got to step back and go, all right, listen, I got to keep honing the core, whatever that core is, whether you're for your presentation, if your core is your Facebook page or your Instagram page or your website itself, or your SoundCloud, whatever it is, but you got to keep honing that, and that's got to be that source that people can keep going back to, that one hub. Because if you got 15, 16 different hubs, people are going to get lost in the shuffle. And I know everybody figures, well, 5 here, 10 here, 1,000 here, 20 here. That's okay, but trying to keep track of all that, something always kind of falls short. So you get back to that one thing, keeps your focus laser pointed.
Yeah, no, you're so right, because here we broadcast on Sony channels with the way the restream works for us.
Yeah.
I don't know where we are. We're fairly on Twitter and all this, but yeah, we mainly focus just on Facebook is our main focus. That's where mainly everyone interacts with us.
Right,
so
right.
For me to try and push on the other pages at the moment, like, no, that's too much, man. I already got this. I work full time, which is beyond full time work, and that
right.
do this on the side, right? Fucking
yeah. That's so if an artist, nowadays the artist wears 100 different hats, right? As opposed to before, they could just be the artist. They were paying, like you said earlier, they were paying everybody else to do everything. But now the artists wear all these different hats, have all these different jobs and titles. But if I'm spending 95% of my time on social media, just doing all this, when do I only have 5% of my time left to work the music?
actually becomes the create.
Right. So my actual craft is taking a back seat. And that's what's happening. That's kind of the tidal wave that's coming back on us, is because we're doing all this other stuff, we're like our craft is suffering. So we're going back to, hey, we gotta keep the ship tight, right? So the music has to remain that way. And then we'll do this other stuff. And if we miss something, then we miss it. But the music, if you go back to the music, you go back to that core, that hub, you have it. It's always there. Your catalog will never suffer.
No,
again, that's our opinion.
It's true though. It makes perfect sense. Like that's where it all started. That's how you even started doing even Facebook and shit, was because of the music in the first place.
Right.
So,
exactly. Right. The music brought us there. Right.
Why are you really out here? You know what I mean? So
that's right. You're right. 100% right, man.
Yeah, but yeah. What'd you guys do for Thanksgiving? You guys do anything crazy?
Well, the night before, Thanksgiving Eve, we had a show. So we did our it was a Rock'em Sock'em Holiday Fest. So we got 5 bands together, a couple different genres. We got the people together, because it's a big out night for people, people going out. So we did one of the local venues that we usually hit, and it was a great night. People had a great time. It was a good way to kick off, the holiday. And then everybody went to their respective families. I must have ate more this year than I have in years past, but I must have had 4 or 5 dinners I had. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I ended up missing both. I worked on the Canadian Thanksgiving. I was like, oh no, the American one's even better. I could deep fry a turkey and shit. Then I ended up having an emergency call on the Saturday, so I didn't get to do nothing.
Oh man.
I'm making it all up at Christmas, so I'm making like Thanksgiving, Christmas all at one time, right?
It'll be bigger than ever then.
Oh yeah. Deep fry 2 turkeys, baby.
There you go.
Turkey stuffed with turkey.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. You do up your house? Do you do up Christmas lights and all that shit?
Oh yeah, I got well this year I got I bought a 10-foot blow up Santa. I have lights, I got those big star fields and the snowflakes that kind of go around. I had like a blow up Grinch and stuff like that, and some blinkers and stuff. But I wanted to get something a little bigger this year, so I got a 10-foot blow up Santa. It's really cool. I wish I could have gotten, by the time I got to buy one, I had to wind up buying the store display because they were all out. And I'm like, oh man, it's a bummer. But I got a decent deal on it. And so I was, you gotta buy earlier, I guess. I didn't get out early enough to get this, but I got one. So it's cool, man.
Yeah.
My neighbor's got stuff that's like 20 feet tall, but I'm not that.
Yeah, gotta put some stuff up, right?
Yeah.
I remember the guy down the road, and everyone went down to his place. Yeah, like it was amazing how much lights he had.
Yeah, the thing is I've always wanted to do up the whole house, kind of like Christmas Vacation. But the problem here is by the time Christmas ends, like January 6th is kind of like the end of it down here. We always get hit with some kind of snowstorm, ice storm, and then there's people's lights that are up until February.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not going out on the roof in February trying to take, So I kind of simplify it so that I can at least get to it and make it, if you overdo it, I mean it's cool. Listen, don't get me wrong, you houses, but I don't want to take that chance, man, of getting,
Yeah. Just leave them up all year.
Yeah, the hell with it.
Right.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some announcements here coming up soon. And then I'll keep you posted about the stage here. I'm working on getting our heavy metal stage here in Ontario. I got a spot down south, but it doesn't make sense if I'm from Ontario.
Right.
But like it does for what it is. Like I love taking this year we took down Dead Man's Prophecy come with us, right? Played an awesome show. Kingdom of Nightmares, Thy Enemy played, Earthworm played, and then Dead Man's Prophecy ended up finishing the show up. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah. Next year we're already filled though. We're filled almost 2 years in advance now for that one.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a fun show. Food, good times. We got over in a big old cabin.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I rented it for everyone. Like that's part of the deal. I cover your hotel, cover your food. You get there. If you can get to the hotel, you got a spot to stay, right? Place to play on the stage, right? Yeah. If it works out, you make a bit of money off the door, but that all depends, right? I'm not in charge of the money. I drink way too much. I'm just throwing it everywhere. You get $10. You get $10.
Yeah. I know. I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, So it's actually done good, man. I didn't drink all of November. Only had a couple beers throughout the whole month, man. But I was all nervous. Yeah. But now we're 3 days in December, and I still haven't drank. So. I figured December 1st would be party animal. But tonight, though, with the open bar, that's dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
Yeah. I don't know if I stay home, man. I might stay home. But
maybe it may be safer, yeah.
Yeah. Or take someone to chaperone me. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the dog. Big bastard. Well, let me go deal with the animals, brother. Thanks for coming on today. Is there anything else? Look, give your Christmas album another shout out, bud. That's awesome. Listen, I love how you do it every year, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So Corners of Sanctuary released this is our 10th year releasing a holiday album or EP. This year it's called Christmas Together, a Merry Metal Christmas 9. Christmas Together is the lead single. It's out now. You can get it on Spotify and wherever else. It's through Exquisite Noise Records. We also have a CD merch package for the Christmas bundle for $22 plus shipping. If you're in the U.S., that includes shipping. If you're anywhere else, there's going to be an additional charge of shipping depending on your location.
On the border, yeah, man. I fucking hate that because I got friends mailing address. Like, don't mail me shit I can't get, and I'll send them down stuff here from Canada and shit. Mailing
Yeah,
stuff all the time. Pain in
ship
the ass.
shipping's become a nightmare, man. It really has.
Yeah.
It's super expensive, and you can't even guarantee now things are going to get there. But part of the
No.
bundle, you get the CD. It has 10 tracks on it. The CDs were produced by Sonic Velocity Records. You get a Cos axe pin. You get a wristband. You get a pick set. It's a room tour key pick set. So there's
Keep
four.
that on the list. I was creeping it.
Yeah. So you can check that out on our Facebook page, and you can order it there. I know there's not many left. They went on sale on Monday. I think there's 5 or 6 sets left. That's it. And so they went quick this year, a lot faster than we expected. But we got a video out for Christmas Together. You can check that out on YouTube or
Yeah, I'll share
Facebook.
the links here. I'll update the title after the show, like always. Now that I'm laid off, I guess technically now, I don't know. Fucking, so I got more time to focus on the show, right? So I'll be now that I have the computer set up and everything, fucking
Right.
have all that done before the show. So
Yeah.
I'll state it when we're all done, you know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, Merry Christmas, bud. I know I'll be talking to you before then and probably talk to you on Christmas Day. I'll send you a message always.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Happy holidays, everybody. Be safe. Enjoy the time. And we'll finish out the year strong. We'll start 2023 even stronger.
I can't wait, man. And then yeah, you got the calendar and everything, so you guys book whatever days you want. You can fill up the whole next year. Just be on everything.
Be on every day.
That'd be awesome. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, man, fuck, thanks for coming on, man. And we'll be talking to you real soon, man. And look forward to seeing your new shit next year.
You
Maybe
got
I'll
it.
catch you in Ohio. That'd be
Maybe.
road trip.
Hey, or maybe we'll get to Canada next year. That'd be great.
Be sick, man. I don't know. We're working something out, but as soon as that deal's done, you'll be one of the first to know about it. So
appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime, brother. Once
All
again,
right.
play loud, play proud, people. And I think tomorrow we have X-Spears. Our buddies are back all the way from Brazil. Fucking can't wait to have them on. And then after that, I thought we were on hiatus, but apparently we have a few more shows before the end of the year. And then we're taking some holidays and just going to do cooking and traveling and stuff. So that's what we'll be covering here real soon. So play loud, play proud, people. Once again, there's the sanctuary, man. Check out their Christmas album. Check out all their stuff. Okay.